And we are live. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we are live streaming from London, UK, 6 p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m.
Sorry, we're so used to live streaming at 5 p.m. at the weekend, but actually I'm working tomorrow, so we decided to do it tonight. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Whoever's gonna watch live and later on replay, please comment down below where you're catching us from on live or on replay. Please mention in the comment section what city, what time zone that you are watching this video because we are a global business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so in our digital business, we are reaching different people. We're connecting to different people, everyday people around the globe. And we are interested to know where we are reaching, right? So today, we are Precious and Jake, by the way, and we are the managers and owners of this pages. Um, we are here to do a business talk about our Digilife with Jake and Precious. But first of all, I wanted to introduce myself first. I am Precious, a wife, a mom of two daughters. I'm a nurse manager by profession and a digital business mentor along with my husband. And together we do this family business as our plan A. What about you?
So, like she said, my name is Jake, and I am a dadpreneur. And at the same time, I work as a nurse before as well, and I work as a photographer.
Yes.
And at the moment, I'm doing this digital business.
Yes. So again, we have been doing this series for the past. So today is the third time we're doing this,
Mm.
and so we have had 2 weekends before, wherein we discussed different things. So before we move on to our main topic for today, we wanted to just do a recap of that, right?
So yeah, quick recap. So on the first episode that we did, we talk about digital marketing. So basically, we've compared digital marketing versus a traditional marketing, i.e., this is like billboards, newspaper. And I remember I work as a was this? It's a guy who I'm a guy like who give flyers to people. I did that as well, but in this new age, we do this online through social media and at at the moment as well it's like in that episode we've talked about our aim as well is for you to take your first step in towards building your own business and helping other people build their own business. So basically this is our first topic, digital marketing, and the second topic was mentoring. That's why I said it's about helping other people build their own business and reach their dreams as well.
Yes. Yeah, so that's if you haven't watched those two episodes, please do watch them. Scroll down to our pages and you'll be able to see them straight away. But today we wanted to talk about our mindsets of being an employee and an entrepreneur or a business owner. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna just delve into. And what can you say about these different mindsets that we wanted to talk about?
So if you want to be in a business, there's no way you can have a employee mindset. Let me just say that straight because this is why we're talking about mindset. We're helping people to have a business mindset and open their mind to like having this different kind of mindset instead of like the things that they just got used to it. Because employee mindset is very different to having a business owner mindset.
Yeah. And so far, please again, let's encourage some interaction with our viewers and our followers. But let's go to the next topic. Actually, before that, I wanted to just share a bit about me. As what he said, it's different. So for me, when we decided to start this business a little over 2 years ago, it was hard for me to move from an employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset, because my background is that I've always know I've grown up in a family of employees. We were not a business family, although my parents did a business on the side, but it wasn't our main, that wasn't their main source of income. So for me, growing up, it's and then going into a business, it was quite foreign for me. So it's been a huge professional and personal growth for myself, as compared to Jake, who is a different story, right? You are from a business family, so it's more natural for him. But he has helped me a lot in changing those different perspectives when we started this business, which is so good as well, personally. So our first um, point is this. So I've just flashed that on the screen. Is about income. So what can be the difference of an income of an employee and an entrepreneur? Sorry.
So we're gonna start with the most important thing, income, because of course, income. So basically, when you are an employee, when you apply for a job, you'll see the job description, and at the same time, you'll see like your income annually. They will give you an offer. If
Yes.
you accept it, then that will be your fixed income.
True.
And the reality is like being an employee gives you more of like a security when it comes to income. In contrast to a business owner, because when you are a business owner, there are times that you don't know that are you gonna earn, are you gonna receive your ROI, meaning return of investment, or not. But the thing is, when you are a business owner, when your business works, your business and your income in your business is uncapped.
True.
That's the reality of it. Just like this is the reality for like YouTubers as well. In contrast to them, if you work as a, like for example, as a nurse, you have like a certain amount of salary every year. But for them, for because we're like kind of the same, we're kind of the same with what we're doing, digital marketing. So basically, for us, there will be times that maybe we'll be experimenting. There will be few months that we're not earning anything. But the thing is, when it pays off, it will pay off handsomely.
I
That
like
is
that. I like that word.
that is the difference, because you
Generously. No.
that is uncapped, because you don't know that there will be people, you'll have a lot of like, because we've seen this in this business, and we've seen people like having this ridiculous amount of like income because they've worked hard for it at first. But of course, at first uh they were not like seeing the income every month just like an employee has. But when it worked for them, that's the big difference.
Yes, true.
That's why the TLDR is like, employee, yes, it's very secure, but at the same time it's cap. Yes, business mindset might be shaky, there might be a lot of like hesitation, but at the same time, but when it works, you will have an income that is uncapped.
True. So like the limit, or if you're like aiming for big goals of maybe, I don't know, securing emergency funds, or paying off your debt, or even like setting aside savings for your family, or even for a house, because that's one of our dreams at the moment. It's kind of hard to do that when you are just limited or restricted to a certain amount of income. We're in increments. So in a job, you can have increments every year, but maybe just a slight percentage. You wouldn't be able to really go for a higher rate, unless probably you go to another job, they offer you a competitive income or salary. Yeah, but it will take years mostly for you to increase 1% to 1.5. And it all goes through different management levels in order for your salary to be reviewed. And of course, not to mention your appraisals, how you're doing well. And oftentimes there are politics as well, in corporations, which we can't really have any control about, right? So that's the difference when you're an employee. You have this fixed, although secure in a sense that that every month, on a certain date, something will come in. But the potential for a business owner's income is, I mean, it's probably untapped potential, especially in a type of business like digital marketing, wherein everything is revolving, trainings are being advanced, everything is being more, what do you call it? Yeah, developed and improved, which will definitely impact the way we also do business, right? And
So yeah, the thing as well is like we're not trying to like vilify, or we're not saying that being an employee is bad.
yes,
It's not like that. But the thing is, the sad thing here in London is because the cost of living is very, very, very high. It's like, and one of my clients, while I was working as a photographer, he was like saying, "Oh, how are you? Is the salary is good?" It was like saying, "Oh, are you just living to pay the bills?" So I'm like, I don't like that. Some people are okay with their income as an employee, and some people are not. So this is why we look for alternatives that eventually we look for these alternatives that we call plan B. But at the same time, in this business, a lot of people who were like thinking, oh, this will be our plan B, but they transition it from, oh, this is their plan A, then
yes,
being an employee is their plan B. Now this is like just because they saw the value of this business and they understood when it works, when it really works.
yeah,
Because at the same time, like I've said from previous live, you have to work hard and you have to work smart in this business, because business is constantly updating. It's innovation is getting there. That's why we're doing digital marketing now instead of traditional marketing, because progress, you cannot stop it. Change, you cannot stop it. There's nothing permanent in this world except change. So this is why we adapt, we learn, and we progress. So going back, so that's the issue with when it comes to income.
And can you talk about like any missed opportunities? So again, was as he emphasized, we're not against one or the other,
Yeah, don't get this out of context.
right?
We're not trying to like versus, no. We're like giving you an like open opinion, we want you to
Discussion.
be more open when it comes to being having a business owner mindset.
Yes. And yeah, you don't really have to, if you don't want to, if it's the case of you maintaining the profession that you've studied for years, then that's fine. It's just that,
Enjoy it.
yes, enjoy it. But at the same time, with this digital business, you can do it also at the same time because
Mm,
of the digital tools that we have discussed in the previous episodes, wherein it goes to your advantage, right? To do it at the same time because you can leave it running in the background.
mm,
What can you talk about some missed opportunities? So, for example, like how we found this business is through an ad, right?
mm,
As you have been seeing in your own news feed, you see all these personalized ads that are attracting you to buy in products that most likely you are very interested about, right? Um, but how can you like what can you say about opportunities that everyday people tend to miss out on because of certain I don't know, negativities, hindrances in their lives? um you were talking about how opportunities are, when not grabbed, are cannot come back again, right?
I think I think there's like one of the famous quote here. If you watch basketball, I'm not, like I've said, I'm not much of a sporty guy, but the reality is we miss every shot we don't take. And I think the biggest failure that we can make is failing to try. So, but by all means, I'm not just saying that, oh, go ahead, follow, just do it. But this is why we are always saying that you have to have a healthy dose of skepticism. A healthy dose of skepticism is not bad, because it means you're trying to protect yourself from like the
Mm,
scams and those kinds of things, or
yeah.
So people won't fool you, because all, if you're just gonna say, if you're gonna be like Jim Carrey, a yes man, what if a person will scam you, then that will be that will be the end of your income. So but this is why we always tell that have a healthy dose of skepticism, because don't just say, oh, okay, I'll go ahead. No,
Mm.
learn, listen, ask questions. This is why we're doing this. This is the goal that we do. That is why we do it. We do these kinds of life for more people to understand what we really do.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong if you have healthy dose of skepticism, because at the same time, if you're too hesitant, you miss the opportunity, or you're too scared, you miss the opportunity that that can help you break through to, break away from having this kind of like, you have to work, and just you're just working to pay the bills. That's just, if you if you really don't like doing your job at the moment, um you're just stuck there because you just have to. This is why we're trying to open open window for of opportunity for people that wants to listen. This is your choice. We're not trying to force you. We're just trying to help you understand what we do. Then if you like it, and if you
Mm.
understand it, then by all means you can ask us questions.
True. And also this concept of, failing to fail, as you said earlier, failure to try, but there's also a concept of, failing to fail, because obviously, in reality there are things that won't work in the first try or attempt. But as soon as you face that failure that you thought it was, and actually moving forward and progressing from that kind of hurdle, then that's when you are open to growing, growing your mind. As for me, that's from, just being an employee, and now I'm treading through a business with my husband, and it's given us a lot of tools and a lot of things, for me specifically. And when you get out of that bad headspace, you open up yourself to, to growth, really, because I think that's what, to change as well, because change will come at you regardless of if you're
Mm.
open to it or not, right? um
Yeah, I think if you are just afraid of failure on rejection, I think if a lot of people are like that, especially my favorite. Have you seen if you've seen my pictures or a video of me putting my favorite food KFC in a seatbelt, I would have KFC if Colonel Sanders gave up at the age of 65, because that's when he started KFC, because he failed being rejected over and over and again. Then when he finally accepted, when someone finally accepted his proposal, it went boom. He was
yeah.
living the life that he wanted. He finally achieved it.
Yeah.
And that's why if you're just afraid um to fail, or like for example, there's no result yet. I saw this like this post is like it's a
Mm.
picture of Usain Bolt. It's like he practiced for 4 years just to run for 9 seconds. This is why some people give up in their business after like how many months of not seeing
Mm.
results. But this is a test of endurance and tenacity when it comes to
Oh,
business. So
nice.
it's this is otherwise, if you're just too caught up of like, okay, if I work for a certain hour, I'm gonna earn a certain amount. By all means, there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, when it comes having a business mindset, it's like, yes, I've worked this certain hour. I haven't earned a single cent. That's just the reality of it. But when the time comes when it works, you will be just, enjoying and reaping the benefits, that the things that you've harvested. It's like
Mm.
when you, it's like for example, as a farmer, when you sow a little bit, you will earn a little bit, you
Yeah.
will reap a little bit. But when you sow like a lot of like
Seeds.
seeds, then of course you expect yourself that you're gonna reap a lot of benefits as well.
Yeah, so like if you expand the land, like you put your seeds in a bigger expanded soil, then of course it will return more. You'll have a bigger return. And I think that's a good way to segue to
Yeah,
our
it's actually this might be a long video because we're already at 20 minutes. All
don't
right.
worry. Next one is investment. I mean, what can you say? I think Jake really had a good and revolutionizing, for me at least, idea about investing, even though you are an employee at the moment, or you're a professional.
I think there's like a big misconception when it comes to like building a business. You think you're gonna think of, oh, I have to have an investment, I have to have this, I have to have that. Like for example, you're gonna have a salon or a barber shop. I have to rent this place. I have to rent. I have to pay for like the seats, all the equipments I need,
Yeah.
like all that jazz, and even like I have to uh I have to employ employees as well for the business to run. But at the same time, when you are an employee, I hope you don't forget that you have invested something as well for you to get into a job. For like for example, a traditional job, you have, how many of you know that you need to study, and the
Yes.
investment you have put there is your time, your money, the hard-earned money of your parents, your time, all those sunog kilay moments you have, for Filipino who work really hard to finish their school. That is an investment.
True.
Just because it doesn't seem like you're building something like that, like in a barber shop or something like that, it's not an investment. But at the end of the day, that is an investment. For example, if you wanna go to a job, like for my wife, they have to update what they learn.
Yes.
That is an investment in her time.
True.
And if like when I was working as a nurse, uh, before I was able to work as a nurse, I had to do IVT training, intravenous training for me to give. How many of you, I had to pay for that?
Yeah.
No, I did not pay for that. My parents paid for that. I don't have an income, so at that moment, so that's the reality. Is sometimes we forget that we have invested something already, whether
Mm.
it's your time, your energy, your money, your
Yes.
parents' money. I think that's when it comes to investment.
Yeah. And what do you think about investing in a business of your own? I think it's really, of course, it's quite necessary because, as what he has said about the example of building a shop or a barber shop, you really need equipment, all the tools. You can even you even need to hire a place, rent a place, hire staff, and all that. So if you want to build a business, there's really investment involved.
Mm.
But what's really nice with the digital business model we have is that of course, you don't have to have that kind of space, right? Everyone nowadays have their own internet connection,
We're
even.
like working from home.
Yes. So and anywhere you go, right? Like, because you have also internet in your phones. It's the age of smartphones and all the other tablets and other gadgets. And you don't have to hire staff, right? Because you are based online. And our brand and our business is us, who we
Mm.
are, what we do, what our dreams are, how do we help other people build businesses. So it's not as like, the investment is not high like a normal traditional brick and mortar business. What else can you say about investing in a business of your own, right? Because, oh, actually, because when you're an employee, because your salary is capped, that's it doesn't run over. Not even in the UK, we don't have 13-month pay. At least in the Philippines,
That's
you have
only in the Philippines, I think.
13th month pay. Here in the UK, anything on top is, you as doing overtime and all that. But
Mm.
at the end of the day, it's again capped, like you are working for someone else. Whereas if you are investing in a business, putting in, of course, your initial cost, your time, your effort into it, even though it's just 1 to 3 hours, it's very flexible, because it's online and there's a lot of tools for you to schedule things. It doesn't have to be set things as compared to a job. Yeah, I mean, uh, it's really really doable, and it's not as hard. And here you're building for yourself. You're actually building into your future and into your family, right? Do you want to read
We
some
have
chats?
a commenter. Hi, Liz. Hello, Jake and Precious watching from Dubai.
Hi
Hi.
Liz, thanks for supporting and watching.
And I think it's good as well that we because no one's asking question yet. What about disability? Because business might might fail. Uh,
Stability, you mean?
yes,
Lack of stability.
it's like the reality of what happened this to 2020 and what's happening at the moment because we
Yeah.
live in London, we're near Europe, even though we already Brexited. So, so this is not this is very sensitive topic, but at the end of the day, we're talking about the stability of the business and all. But the reality is like when we think, oh, if I'm employee, my job is more stable because if you're running a business, it might not work or your employees might not do what they have to do.
Yeah.
Uh, it's it's just I just know like a lot of like stories as well because as a business owner, it's kind of difficult. But the thing is with this business, we've seen because we're digital,
Yeah.
we're not really affected. And it's the sad reality is like because in this business, the sad reality is like while the world is like losing their job, in this business is flourishing. It's like we're caught in the middle. Are we gonna celebrate because we're like it's getting better for us? It's like we're sad at the same time that people are losing their job and a lot of like there's like
Mm.
a lot of shops that already closed
Yeah,
and
true.
it's here in London.
Big chains
Yeah, oh
of
my gosh, and it's just a sad reality for us here, but it's just there's nothing you can do about it. And well, 2020 blew stability out of the water. So it's the concept of stability being an employee changed drastically because of 2020, because of the world situation and at the moment now. So I think I think what we're saying is like yes, uh business having a business might be in a sense more less stable, but at the same time they're kind of in the same boat now. So like she said, it's like when you when you work for someone, let's just put it bluntly, you work really hard for them to get rich. Right?
for them to get rich.
Yes, for
Yes, for
them to
them to
get
get
rich.
rich.
But when you work for your own business, you're working towards your goal,
True.
right? No,
Yeah.
because it's not just being rich is the goal because you want to do something, like you want to travel, you want to have fun, you want to build a family, you want to like you have a lot of layers of the definition for success. There's a
True.
lot of definition. It's not just one definition. So
That's true. It's every own, right? Every own
yeah,
goal.
so just to make the long story short about stability, it's like yes, there's more stability when it comes to employment, but 2020 just make sure that we understand that. That's why a lot of people learn how to do side hustle. That's why we're here as well. So you know, but the thing is, we've said this before. This is a proven system. This is a proven system, and this is why we said have a healthy dose of skepticism because we've seen it work for other people. Now we're working towards that dream. So,
And for us as well, we're seeing results, right? And
mm,
just the business, like the foundation or the actual business system has been around for 5 years. And when we got into the group
10 or
of the,
15K?
yeah, like, yeah, I think 14 to 15,000 at the time.
Yeah.
And this was like late 2019, and now we are actually over 113,000
Mm.
13,000 people around the world. And even Europe is not even, it's very an untapped
There's like
market
so much
for
untapped
Europe.
market. So like the fear of like oversaturation is
It's
it's
not relevant really.
it's it's not even scratching the surface.
True.
So that's just the reality of it. That's why we're doing this, and there's no feeling of like, oh, urgency, we have to do it now, like something like that. But there's an advantage, like if you guys do it, you know.
Yeah, and the internet age is still young, I
Mm.
believe, and there are things, it's a massive scale, all the acceleration and improvement and advancement all across, and you want to be going into a business that's relevant and can adapt to change, right? And that means, I don't know, natural calamities or, a pandemic at the moment that we're still trying to come out from, and all these things. And we even started this business not, you know, knowing that, there will be a worldwide situation like that.
No, we
We
didn't.
just knew that staying online is going to be a futuristic step for us so that we can achieve our goals. And at the same time, have more family time and spontaneity to do
Mm.
the things that we really love, and that may be, as he said, that may be different for every person out there who's watching this. But yeah, the third point actually that we wanted to touch on is
Ooh,
the
this
benefits.
is a long, long one. We're
I mean,
already
we
talking.
already discussed a lot about benefits earlier,
Oh my.
right? But one example of a benefit when you're an employee, because talking from experience, because here in the UK it's very generous actually. That's why I like the UK, but because the maternity leave is a year, you're allowed to be off in a year, and you won't lose your job. Although that doesn't mean you're paid the whole time, but like you have paid leave, you have sick leave, and every and other kinds. That's just one of the perks of having being an employee, right?
Mm.
But that also means you are not fully in control, because you have to request for it, right?
Mm.
If you are in a family, you have kids, you will be limited to the holiday breaks, right? And then everyone else will go and really fight for those few weeks of the year so that they can go and travel as a family. So that's one of the downside of asking for leave when you're an employee. You're not really, you can't be spontaneous. uh,
Mm.
you'll be best with a good culture of or fairness, or giving equal opportunities for others, but you will always be asking for leave and all that. So that's one thing. What else can you say about benefits? Yeah, and the benefit of if you own your business is, you can go whenever, right? But actually, we just want to point out the traditional businesses, because actually they spend more time, right? Like unholy hours, out of hours, they even spend more than what an employee spends at work, right? Especially jobs wherein you can close down, you forget about work when you go off. But this type of, so in comparison to traditional businesses, that sometimes you can't leave it, you can't close your business when you want to go holiday, because it will not thrive. For example, there's a lot of industries like that. When you're doing a digital business like what we do, you can actually again schedule and do the business alongside what you're doing for fun, right? You
Mm.
can, and it will actually fund your fund. This is one thing that he's been telling me. It's so nice. You fund the business will fund your fund, and as you go and travel, you can take that business with you, because everywhere there's internet, and you have smartphones and all the gadgets that you have. So that's why it's so nice, because you can have your business, your own business, on the go without closing anything, and
That's one option actually, but for another benefit of it, because is what we said is like a proven system that is automated.
yeah,
um but this is the reality of it, not all business are built the same. So you know,
true.
our business is like built different. So um yes, that's one option. You can bring it on your holiday, and but I just imagine a person that's like like maybe a CEO who's like lying down in the beach, but still lying down there and thinking all those problems that he has when he comes
When it
back.
comes back.
This is why the term back to reality is very haunting. You know, you don't want that, because oh, it's the last day of the holiday. It's like I don't want to go back.
And your emails are
Yeah,
hundreds when
it's
you get
it's
back.
there hunting you. But the thing is, the with the benefit of this digital business is like you can leave it there. This is why I said before that it's already it will do it for you. But the thing is, you have to do your part as well. The benefit of this is like you can schedule your posts. You can work hard on one day. So like, like for example, you want to work really hard this one day because I want to have scheduled posts for the rest of the 6 days.
Yeah,
You can do this,
true.
and once you sign up in our link, you will receive a video of like explaining the
Yeah.
business, and there are people actually contracted to explain the other business as well. So this is why we're doing this. We're doing, again, we're going to go back to our aim of digital marketing is for you to take your first step.
Mm,
Taking your first step in uh, clicking that link and say like putting your name and your email address for you to learn more about this business. That's the goal, and that's why there's so much that's the benefits of it.
yeah.
You can turn off your mind from the business and just really have fun, because I
Yeah.
think even if you go to a wonderful beach or like maybe a paradise place, um if your mind is still at work,
You're not
there's
really
no way
resting.
like you can enjoy that because you cannot turn off that work mindset. But if like in this business, you can just, I've done my part, I'm gonna chill now, just gonna vibe with all the things that I see, I'm just gonna enjoy my time with my family or whatever, and you can enjoy that benefit.
Yeah, as what we said in the past, as soon as you register, the automation kicks in. You get all
Mm.
these reminders and all the valuable content about the business in the online space.
Yeah, it will remind you about lives,
Go, yeah,
replays. Yeah, we know because we we tried it, so we've seen it, and you won't miss it. That's why, yeah.
yeah. And again, with time, actually, the one of the benefits is because there is automation involved. There are social media platform. There are built-in systems within the social media platforms,
Mm.
and when you learn how to advertise using this digital business training program and the system itself, it will free up your time, right? Because you have allowed the system to do its work. So when you apply all the steps, all of the bare minimum in order to run the business, you'll enjoy the benefit of time because you can, again, going back to that, is that it's not a set thing, a fixed timing that you have to do it. You can tailor it around your routine, your life, your priorities, right? And you can do it with that and not risking of throwing it out because you've stopped working. So that's why it's very doable, with you having a job and also having this business, alongside, um like me, right? Like me, it's really quite doable, even though I am I work as a demanding in a work that's demanding of time, effort, and yeah, time actually. And even in on your days off, sometimes people contact you and all that, and it's hard to switch off, as Jake was saying.
Mm.
um but yeah, I think, is there anything else we can talk about, benefits of the business? I mean, we can do another live just for benefits, but
Yeah,
we wanted to just touch on
yeah,
a few.
because I think that's more than enough for now, because there's like we're almost reaching 40 minutes. So to make the long story short, we've talked about having uh the aim of this episode 3 is how for us to understand the uh the employee mindset, that you cannot go to and build the business with having an employee mindset, because you have to have a business mindset, because everything boils down to your mindset. I told my wife about this because we love to be we aim and we our goal is to be healthier, so our mindset should be exercise, eating more healthy, not binge eating,
Yes.
so having a mindset of like we're gonna work hard and for our goal is something that we need to have that dream of having a healthier body. But you cannot do that if your mindset is binge watching Netflix, being a couch potato, something like that, or being inactive. That won't work. This is
Mm.
why the same thing, if you have an employee mindset going into a business, it won't work as well. I'm so sorry, but that's just the sad reality. That's why the aim of this business is for you to at least open or and consider to have a business mindset, and for you to take your first step in learning more about this business. We've talked about what's this
The
first one,
income, the income.
the income that we the reality is like in this business you can I've seen a lot of people thinking, oh, maybe you're thinking, oh, it's business, you have to go to the massive max maximum for you to earn a lot of money. No, we've seen people who have done
Minimum.
because they just did the bare minimum because that's all they can do,
Yeah.
but they work hard, then they continue, they persevered.
Mm.
Now they're living like a way better life. All I hear is like, oh, we're debt free. Oh, because of this we're debt free. But they work hard for that. They persevered. They
Yeah.
did not quit and they did not give up. They did not just say, oh, it's not working for how many months. Then I want to quit. It doesn't work. Just because it doesn't work for someone, it doesn't mean it doesn't work for everyone. Because we've seen a lot of people, vice versa. We can take that as vice versa. But we should understand that life doesn't, not everything comes easy. So we've talked about that income, about being
Investment.
employment being capped, yes, stable, yes, we know what we're getting. But with business, we're not sure what we're getting, but at the same time when it works it will be uncapped.
Yeah.
We've talked about investments is, as a business owner, we understand that we have to invest something for this business to work, but at the same time we're not the same as the traditional brick and mortar business
Business.
where we have to build a place, because we are online, we are digital. We
Yeah.
have way less of an investment compared to like a normal traditional business.
Mm.
But at the same time, for investment, we like I've said with employment, is like, don't get it wrong, that when you apply for a job, you're not investing something because you already invested something, your time, your energy, and most importantly, the tuition fees that you paid,
Mm.
that your parents paid for you. Those are investments as well. And last thing, benefits. And we've talked about how you can, in this business, how you can really turn off, because you can schedule your posts, you can work in a specific date, like for example
Yes.
work for a week because we want to be out of the loop for a month. Then by all means you can do that,
Yeah.
because the automation does it for you.
Mm.
You don't have, you can bring it on your holiday, but who wants that? I want, for me, if I'm on a holiday, I love to take, if there's one thing that I'm gonna take, that's my camera, because I love photography, I enjoy photography, I want to enjoy, I want to have fun. But at the same time, you have to understand that we've worked hard for that, and we've worked smart as well.
Yeah.
We don't just say, oh, work hard, work hard, work hard, but
It's
we learn how to work smart as well.
yes, with the help of the system again.
Yes.
So yeah, but so this is not again to you to lean you towards one thing, to
Yes.
have just be an employee or just be an
Business
entrepreneur
owner,
or a
yeah.
business owner. I mean, it's actually an option for you to actually start and considering to start a digital business, while you're still having that monthly income.
Yes.
Like me, I'm still having a full-time job, right? So it's not, one versus the other. It's about opening you up to what can be possible, if you look into this type of business model, which is a digital business,
Yeah. So
right?
again, healthy skepticism is important. Don't miss that as well. So
Yes, because if you don't and you get into the trap of continuous, I don't know, wrong decisions of joining businesses, then you feel like you're burnt and you won't open your mind again to things that are actually real like this. So again, if you actually we have comments there.
The-
You want to read some of the comments? We have comments there.
Yeah.
Hi, thanks for watching. We have Martin. I'm going to watch the video you sent tomorrow on my day off. Thank you. Oh, thanks. So
Yeah.
actually, oh, you see the perk. We don't have to present. There's a centralized video for people to check out
Yeah.
24/7,
Yeah.
depending on your time zone. That's why we have a global business because it can cater to anyone's schedule, right?
Because at the same time we want to be invited into, parties as well, because we don't want to force friends, families, because otherwise they might not invite us, because oh, it's
We're
the
gonna
family who's like gonna force you for their business. No,
to
we don't.
business talk them
We
to
don't
join.
want that.
No, no, no. Unless they actually
That
ask, we won't
Yeah,
really introduce the
that's
topic.
that's that that's not how the business works, because there's like a lot of stories for in this who are in this business who said, oh, their family just learned about it for like how many months, that they have been already successful, but no one shared it, because at the end of the day we want to be invited in the parties.
That's true. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. For those who are gonna catch replay later on, again, please comment where you're watching from
Mm,
because we know we have, potential. We have business leads everywhere around the world, and also for others who would want and enjoy our content about digital marketing and business online. Again, I am Precious, and
so yeah, my name is Jake as well, so we're trying to like help you understand what we do in this business, to give you bite-sized information, though even though we're
every
taking a bit longer.
today
So
we're taking longer
yeah, because there's so much to
to
say
talk.
in this business, and it's like I'm trying to like to make it concise as possible, but at the same time I want you guys to understand what we do, because otherwise there's no point doing this. So yeah.
Yeah, so thank you again and tune in for our next episode 4, and we will post about it so you can
Mm,
get a reminder and get more familiar about what we do. Please don't hesitate to comment and to connect and message us as well. Visit our link in bio so you can get started and start getting those
mm,
content about social media, about marketing, and about what we do, and we can help you get started. So this is our passion, is
mm,
to help other people, everyday people, parents and singles alike, to get to know this business and also succeed, right? So your success will be our success. So thank you for watching again, and
yeah.
good night. God bless. Bye. Take care.
Thank you.